It will be the biggest international gathering the UK has hosted in decades and a significant diplomatic moment. Joining us now is Sir William Patey, the former British ambassador to Afghanistan and to Saudi Arabia. Hello to you, Sir William. Thank you for joining us. What an event it's going to be.
Indeed, it's a huge logistics challenge for the Foreign Commonwealth Development Office. It's a huge day for the Prime Minister and the Foreign Secretary. This is, although they're not going to be a series of bilateral meetings, there's quite a lot of, I would liken it to speed dating. It'll be an opportunity for the Prime Minister and the Foreign Secretary to meet the whole galaxy of world leaders and prime ministers in a very short period of time. So it's an opportunity for the United Kingdom. Even in her death, Her Majesty is playing a significant role in helping Britain on the world stage.
It's a challenge diplomatically, isn't it? When we think about Russia, we think about China, we think about Saudi Arabia.
Yes, well, it's obviously some countries were not invited at all. Russia and Belarus, who invaded a fellow European country, Myanmar, Syria, Iran, in a sense, obvious pariahs. Other countries, the rest of the world, with whom we still have diplomatic relations and varying degrees of friendship, they have been invited, and obviously most people, my understanding is that nearly every country that was invited has sent a representative, and that is a mark of the respect in which the Queen is held personally, and it's an important moment.
Although the de facto leader of Saudi Arabia will not be attending the funeral, he will have a meeting to pay his respects with the King subsequently. But we do know that Ukraine's First Lady will be coming.
Yes, well, it is not surprising that Ukraine would want to send, obviously President Zelensky can't leave the battlefield, as it were, but they will want to be represented at a high level as a mark of respect, out of both respect for Her Majesty and for the support that the United Kingdom has given them in their struggle against the Russians.
So, William, has there ever been a global leader that has been so well respected as Her Majesty?
I can't think of one. I was trying to think last night. She was recognised by everyone. I mean, I spent a lot of time in the Gulf where there are lots of monarchies, and the monarchies there understood that Her Majesty was the Queen, the monarch of all monarchs. That she was undisputed leader of the monarchies, if you like, given the longevity of both of her and of the monarchy and of the way she conducted herself. So I think we will not see her like again. Britain will not see her like again because of the way she conducted herself and the role she played in promoting Britain overseas. She was undoubtedly respected by nearly everyone I ever encountered.
Have you been privileged to meet Her Majesty during her lifetime?
I did. I met her a few occasions. I was with her when she hosted King Abdullah. I met her on her first state visit to the Gulf in 1979, and I had an audience with her each time I took my leave of her as ambassador, and she was always well informed about the country I was going to. I remember a particular story when I was going as ambassador to Sudan. She'd been to Sudan in the 60s and remembered with wry humour being received in Sudan by a delegation which included someone who introduced themselves as head of Your Majesty's Loyal Communist Party. That really tickled her, and I still remember that story.
And a thought for all those hundreds of thousands of people that have stood in the cold in order to pay their respects to the Queen.
Oh, well, I'm in awe of them. It shows the deep love and respect and that they held for Her Majesty, and they're kind of representing all of us because some of us haven't been able to make it there and pay our respects. So they are kind of representative of the whole nation and giving Her Majesty the sort of send-off that we all know she deserves.